particular variation places. So one is the aquatic animals, and uh, second one is the terrestrial animals. So the particular regions animals are living in particular places, like that aquatic animals. Aquatic animals, the body and metabolic uh, organs are adapted habitats are different, because aquatic animals respiration driven by the gills. Then terrestrial animals are a respiration mechanism depend by the lungs. So those are different areas. But amphibians in specific characters and habitats in living in particular two places. That is called as geographical regions. So mostly the earth is populated the variety of living beginnings. So everyone know that this earth is occupied in the in number of living cells and bacteria, virus, like that protozoa, porifera, coelenterata, platyhelminthes, nematohelminthes, annelida, arthropoda, echinodermates, and hemichordates. Then again, vertebrates, amphibians, waves, birds, and mammals. So vertebrates and invertebrates. So this particular earth populated of variety in living beings. The concentrating of attendance of the vertebrates, especially mammals and birds, even reptiles, amphibians. The particularly the vertebrates are especially mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians. For the finding, there is a glaring disparity in the distribution of the above forms of various parts of the world. The reason for this due to the primary factors are evolution of like or origin, dispersal, barriers, and isolation. So, the origin, what is the origin? The origin means the particular and specific location or specific round is called as the region on region. So origin means is one of uh, the particular animals are particular living organisms. Then again, disappearal and barriers of isolation. Then, then each and every movements are Alfred Russell's Wallace in 1876 is the science and the distribution and taxonomic relationship of terrestrial geographical region prepared. The Alfred Wallace the Alfred Russell Wallace is he is the one of the taxonomic scientist. In 1876, he is distribution and taxonomic relationship of mammalians groups. What is the relationship in distribution of taxonomic like that terrestrial geographical only? Terrestrial means the living in earth surface. The living in earth surface, it is called as the terrestrial animals. So he is the taken only particular region of terrestrials. So why? Because he is taken to the in number of taxonomic classification is there of vertebrates. So he is taken only particular zone and particular specific location areas like that too. He is taken the only terrestrial geographical regions, because the distribution and population of relationship of mammals in the group, because mammals is a very identified and well developmented vertebrates compared to the other vertebrates. So the classifications and regions based on the studies of Wallace 1876 and Darlington in 1957 is gives to the six particular regions. The first one Palearctic region, and second one Ethiopian region, and third one Oriental region, and fourth one Australian region, fifth one Neotropical region, and final last one Nearctic region. So each region, each uh, particular regions is occupied the particular animals like that. Palearctic religions is different and Nearctic religion different. So occupied the terrestrial animals. He is scientist is given to the taxonomic of particularly terrestrial. He is not touched to the aquatic animals and depending animals, but he is only taken to the terrestrial animals. So the first one, Palearctic region. So what is the Palearctic region? This is the largest of six regions. The Palearctic region is the largest of the six regions. Palearctic regions. It embraces the whole Estuarian constant, including Indian subcontinent below Himalayas, but including Persia, Iran, Afghanistan, Africa, north of Sahara, Great Britain, Japan, and non-living range of China, it including various continental islands. So this is the first one, largest to the six regions of uh, Palearctic region. This region show the wide range of temperature, greater fluctuations in the amount of rainfall and diversity of physical features. So see, each and every region depend by the physical features. The environmental occupy the earth surface depend by the physical features like the temperature and rainfall and humidity, hair pressure. So this is all are the temperature and rainfall and pressure, humidity. These are only physical features. The physical features and depend by the region, particular areas. There are the certain similarities found between the Palearctic and Nearctic regions, which promoted the club both and into the big Halearctic regions. So this is the living in a particular area of Palearctic region, like that Palearctic regions living in some terrestrial animals, including the some group, some region, Nearctic region is the last one, the Nearctic regions, which promoted to club both into a big Palearctic regions, the big Olearctic regions, because this is the same occupy the particular living in animals and particular regions. This region process of 135 families of terrestrial vertebrates. How many families is there? 135 families of only for terrestrial animals. So this is the like that fishes, amphibians, reptilians, birds, and mammals. Those are the characters vertebrates of fauna in living in particular region of Palearctic region. The Palearctic region is the largest of region of the six regions. So then other important components of this region, reptilians, birds, and mammals. The Palearctic reptiles are related to African and Oriental forms. The only terrestrial region of terrestrial and in compared to the other regions like that Africa and Oriental forms are same. Reptilians means snakes. The Palearctic snakes are living in particular places in the African and Oriental. The wild reptilian Palearctic birds and mammals are related to Nearctic forms. Nearctic forms. Generally speaking, the Palearctic regions is less rich than Ethiopian and Oriental regions, which regard to vertebrate fauna. However, in the warm areas of this zone, considerable riches in the observed this panel population. So this panel population, the Palearctic region is panel population to compared to the other regions, because each and every region occupies the some animals or some living organisms depend by the majorly habitats and environmental factors are decided by the particular regions and living the particular animals. The next one, the second region is Ethiopian region. It is consists of southern part of the Tropic of Cancer, most of the African mainland, southern part of Arabia and Madagascar. Sahara forms the greatest barrier, being the largest in the world. So everyone you know that Sahara forest, greatest being the largest in the world of the Sahara forms in the uh, desert areas. So the Ethiopian region is provided which luxuriantes vegetations, especially in the eastern, western regions, and almost uniform conditions prevail in the region. In general, it is a warm region. So because every know that the physical features of adapted in the earth surface of the particular region of Ethiopian region is a highly temperature. It is the warm places. So likely this is the whatever terrestrial animals living in. Some particular animals are living in like that too in some numbers, like the birds, reptilians, and mammals also. So because this is the desert area in the is highly temperature and the lowest rainfall in this region areas. The most of animals living in this region appear to the particular this region. The particular some places they are like that too. It means is the oasis. The oasis region is living in human being. That is the highest region and uh, living these particular areas because of uh, the surveillance of living organisms of source of water and temperature and provide to the particular region or oases. So the most of the animals living the region appear to the particular to this region. However, the similarity exist with the fauna belongs to the Palearctic region, the Oriental regions. It is an sorry, it is an indicating that one time those regions were united together. So because each and every animal living in terrestrial only living in terrestrial animals, the particular places, the particular place, it is called as the colony. So same species live same species and animal organisms living in particular places, it is called as the colony. So this Pana is the region is one of the most varied and rich type. There are the 161 terrestrial vertebrates families, and good number of them are not found outside the region. Because why? Because this area is the Ethiopian area is the Africa and African and mainland southern part of Arabian and Madagascar. This is the complete terrestrial land is occupied to the desert. The physical features are very influenced to the living animals. This particular area of high temperature and lowest rainfalling. The characters of vertebrates of this fauna, like that of fishes and amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals. Give some examples of fishes. Gonad fish and lungfish, Protopterus. Protopterus living in Ethiopian regions. You have to particular this region because the Protopterus is having the respiration by the lungs and also respiration by the uh, gills. So because this is the living in particular the Ethiopian regions. Then amphibians are salamandra and frogs of genera rana. So this is the example of amphibians. Then next one, reptilians as amida and marine turtles and testudo paradilis. So this is the belongs to reptilians and birds. There are 67 families birds and 17 of them particular of this region of living in Ethiopian regions. The mammals, the golden moles and flying squirrels. Golden moles and flying squirrels. The freshwater fishes and birds and mammals show the good similarities to Oriental region. So Ethiopian region living in some particular animals. So compared to the same region of Oriental, the Oriental region is the amphibians and reptilians are less distinctivity. Uh, the two regions are safely to the. However, there are certain families, fishes, and amphibians. So those are the particular region like that. This is the Ethiopian region. So Ethiopian region animals are same compared to the Oriental region. So for examples, those animals are depend the particular regions. The not and next to third one Nearctic regions. Nearctic. First one, Palearctic region. Second one, Ethiopian region. And third one, Nearctic region. The North America, Greenland, Newfoundland is included in this region. The region presents in great variety, and Greenland is Arctic with thick ice grasslands and the middle regions. So near Arctic regions, the enter the land surface of occupy the ice. So the he is occupy the temperature of humidity and ice. The ice snows are releasing these areas. So the northern regions it is called as the tundra. Beginning confines of eastern part being deciduous in nature of their forest, western region as mountains. So, for examples of Indians and these areas of Western Ghats and Himalayan areas like that, Jammu and Kashmir, the some monsoons is occupying ice burps in the earth layer. So there is no growth of any plants and any substance animals, and like that too the complete land is cover the ice grass. So because this particular living in particular areas, so because the this region narcotic region of uh, the Arctic region of some like that too, Panda. So similar to Palearctic regions, Illyrians is including the regions of particular areas. So these characters of vertebrates of constitutive fauna like that to fish, Lepidosperus, Padilan, and amphibian salamandras, and reptilians. So these are similar to neotropical regions and the Palearctic regions. Then birds are families of 49 species of birds among which are sea and during the summer gives. The mammals is reindeer, deer, bears, and pupa. Through there are the similarities in several of the above general between the Nearctic and Palearctic. There are the several exclusive forms all in the fauna present of very rich. So this is the one of the characteristics of Nearctic regions. Then next one, fourth one, neotropical regions. Neotropical regions. Tropical means is a earth layer of the up layer. So this is the called as the tropical regions. This region composed of South and Central America, besides southern Mexico and West Indian islands. This is one of the three main regions is called as the Neogaea. Neogaea. So very important for neotropical region because the three region of called as the Neogaea. The three main regions and called as the Neogaea. The particular Mexico, Southern and Central America and Indian islands. This is the tropical region, but as one progress southward, the temperature gets reduced. So temperature is the one of the physical features of terrestrial animals and pressure, waterfalls, and so many physical features of influence to the particular regions and particular animals. This is the region and tropical southern and temperature and gets reduced. The Amazon region as the thick forest because very highest the rainfall percentage in the African continent of Amazon areas. So the Amazon forest is releasing a more than oxygen released because highly occupied the earth surface of forests. The greenery is 98.29% is there. The Amazon forest, the savannas, grasslands, and deserts in the western regions in the part. The neotropical and the Nearctic regions are separated to long period, giving the opportunities for the independent evolutionary centers and in the important mountain regions of the region. So this is the particular region of neotropical regions. Trophic occupied the earth layers. The health and particular fauna as well as large number of species types because this is the moderating and a habitat of living in areas. So because this particular areas and particular neotropical region, the more than occupying the earth layers, the more than species like the amphibians, reptilians, birds, and mammals also. As per the absent and monkeys are very peculiar known as the New World monkey as the Palarithin. The bats are very particular occupy this area because the birds are living habitats in main trees and fruits. So this is the bats is one of the omnivores. The amphibians examples are dendrobates, reptiles and turtles and testudo, birds, Rena americana, mammals, those are concerns of opossum. Opossum is living in neotropical regions. The next one and of Australian region, the fourth or fifth one, Australian region. This is the one of the main region called as a Notoge. Neoge means the particular one region is called as the Notoge. Notoge means name of the one of the name is Australian regions. This including Australian regions, New Guinea, Molluscas, and Tasmania, New Zealand, and Malaysia islands. The particular region of there are also rainforest and grand grasslands. The region is separated from the main region of the world since a long time, resulting in the particular fauna being the evaluated. So, because this is the longest and highest uh, in environment surveillance, because this is the in the Australian region, the providing the all physical features like that to forest grasslands, and they region of separated from the main regions of the world science in the long time, resulting the particular fauna being evaluated. The fauna is separated by two their mammals, like that mammals. The characters of fauna, fishes, for example, Neoceratodus. Neoceratodus is the one of the scientific name of the fish. This is a being the fish as the region of Finland areas. The next is amphibia hyla. Hyla is the uh, one of the amphibians is flying amphibians. Hyla means flying amphibians. Next in reptiles, spinodan. Very important. Spinodan. Spinodan living in particular areas of Australian region. The next one, birds. The birds are 58 families of birds are living in these areas. 58 to families. For example, kiwi uh, and um, parrots, kiwi, hyena, eaters, pigeon also. So 58 families of birds are living in areas. The next one, mammals. The entire group of montrums and almost the entire group of main parts are found in this region only. Among the pheasant of mammals based on the water, uh, domestic dogs have the appeared in the Australian region. So domestic dogs, pets are there. Everyone knows that dogs, domestic dogs is the one of the in villages and particular areas in living habitats and occupied the special characteristics the growth of this particular for Australian domestic dogs. They highly different adapted the expansion of marsupial mammals have the provide the remarkable balanced fauna in the compared to the absence of placements. The next one, last one, Oriental region. Oriental region. It includes the Indian subcontinent, including India and other countries like that too. Southern China, Sri Lanka, Burma, Sumatra, Java, Bali, Philippines, and other islands. The eastern parts of are considerable when the while the western regions are dry. So this oriental region are particularly dry lands like that too. Some rainfalls are some percentage is there. So if the land is the region is the dry lands. The some animals are living in particular areas because the animals are occupying the habitats are different compared to the other regions. So because this climate is northern limits are the climates are connectivity and forests grasslands abound. The features very considerable rich fauna is found is there forest areas. The southern India continental is provided with eastern and western Ghats with accompanying thick and forest and varieties from the vertebrates. But Sri Lanka, Indo-China, and Malaysia, etc. also have the similar forest regions. This is the particular places are providing the eastern and western Ghats are the climates are connectivity the lowest forest and lowest grasslands are abundant. This oriental fauna shows the considerable similarities to Ethiopia and rather than the Palearctic region. The first one, Palearctic region, and that at one time early, the Indian and African subcontinents were together united. Gondwana land and Indian and Australia's continents were separated. The present argument is only due to the continental drift. So, what is the continental drift? The continental drift means the spreading of all areas and all particular regions in living in particular areas and living in particular species called as the colony. So that is called as the continental drift. The present arrangement is only due to the continental drift, the considerable of region of oriental region. The characteristics of vertebrates in fauna, fishes, scoliodon. Example, everyone knows scoliodon, pistis. Next one, amphibians. The including of amphibians, salamanders, rana, hyla, and ichthyopis. The reptiles is marine turtles and cartel and freshwater tortoise. The birds, several birds belongs to other regions in are found in the. There are about the 66 families are living in these particular areas. Then last one, Antarctic region. So this is the thickly covered with ice sheets. The entire Earth surface layer, the mount and core, the land, the mount and core and layer. This is the Earth surface of layer. The thick covered to with the ice sheets. So during the earlier geographical ages, rich animals life as present in the Arctic places. The permanent showed the fossils insects and Triassic showed is the Labyrinthodon Jurassic sword is a beetle. At present, and fauna warrants the certain of a separate region. Mites, ticks, spring tiles of which 90% are confined to the region. The penguins, albatross, petrels, and seals are the main animals groups in the Suka looks like that vulture and pelicans. The leopard seal is activity both on the land and sea and the dependence of pigeons. So some characters of vertebrates of animals, terrestrial animals living in this particular areas because the entire earth surface occupied the ice sheets. So there is no growth of any greenery, grass and forests. So living in only some particular animals and habitats are different. So this is the architect. So where the and it is the lowest region compared to the all five regions. The island pana, the island pana. There are the distribution throughout the world among the oceans and seas, which are with many islands, large and small. The isolations are the near to the main further way from large continents. There are many types of islands. There are continental and oceanic islands. So some islands like that aquatic islands and terrestrial islands. So aquatic islands and living in compulsory living in water. So animal activities and animal physiological features are different, sustainable compared to the terrestrial animals. So this continue throughout the among the like that oceans and seas, like that aquatic animals living in only aquatic animals living in freshwater and brackish water. Some animals adapted to and migration to freshwater to brackish water because the migration in see the some migration in fishes very useful to the migration. One of the main resource of reproductive activities. Then next one nutrition activity. So then third one and at the same time protection. So migration is depend by the three regions of the three particular areas. The continental islands. The continental means these islands are those which have been considered to the mainland nearby during the sometime in the geographic past. Geographic past. So some species living in animals and living in particular areas. This is colony. The occupied the name of the colony. Some species living in particular areas, it is called as the colony. So this is a continental islands. These those have been conducted to the mainland nearby the during sometimes in the geographic past. Once several oceans, the sea level fall by the several kilometers by the rising in the continents. Hence, land bridges will be established of the continental settlers. So the animals are islands are living in particular areas of some kilometers wide range of occupied. So that is the continental islands. The next one, ocean islands. These islands is the nearby had the opportunity of physical contact with many of the mainland mass and also their free access to the biological migration. So already and already a few minutes back I'm telling. So migration. So biological migration very important because the biological migration only resource to the one of the reproductive number of same species produced to the number of species that is called as the reproductive process. The second one is the nutrition. Then third one the protection. So that is called as the biological migration. They have to volcanic origin or by the building of coral reforms and continental by the contribution of both. What is the coral reforms? The coral reforms belongs to which family? Are is there? Coral reforms, coelentrates.
Coelentrates.
Very good. This is formation to CaCO3, calcium carbonate. So great barrier reef of Australians coral reforms is there. The coral reforms are formation. Many coral reforms are reforms considerable of combination of both. They are the far removed from the main land. The fauna are the very poor. It is the all presence of ocean islands. It may also mention that the characters of islands are not always easily to distribution because of overlapping of the above characters. For example, Galapagos Islands are regulated oceanic islands by Charles Darwin. Yes, you know that Charles Darwin? Charles
Yes,
Darwin is
what about
a
the theory of evolution?
statistician. Yes, the theory of evolution is written by the Charles Darwin. He is identify the Galapagos islands and at the same time identify the pinch birds. The pinch birds structure only he is the external features is observed like that nose, feathers and feathers colors and size of bird. So he is observed to the Galapagos Islands, the particular what is the different of continental and different places. Same bird, like the same pinch bird is a different regions in different growth. Because, for example, Nearctic regions pinch and Galapagos pinch is compared to the study of is only external features, feather colors and feather size and nose size at the same time bird weight. So what is the different in particular regions? So then is gives the one suggestion and conclude to the Charles Darwin give the one suitable examples to these islands of different areas of living in different uh, habitats also. The important continents are Britain, Java, Sumatra, and Philippines, Japan, Sri Lanka, New Guinea, Thailand, and Newfoundland, Greenland. Thalassem of the islands with West Indies, Madagascar, New Zealand is also seen. The oceanic islands is the Haveli, Galapagos, Bermuda, Azora, Admin, Nicobar, Lakshadweep, and Maldives, and also seen in our nearby areas and nearby places. The New Zealand, Madagascar are regarding the general Asian islands with the same have the separated from the mainland early in the geographical history. So New Zealand and Madagascar regarding to this occupy the animals particular in a region to particular places and very well known that the separated from the mainland quite early the geographical history. So this is the islands and continental islands and oceanic islands. Then Wallace line and discontinued distributions. Wallace and what is the Wallace line? What is the meaning of discontinuous distributions? Which is animals are discontinued
This cannot
distribution.
be further continued.
Yes. So the next clauses and see the main objectives of Wallace line and discontinuous distributions. So the first one, introduction to this topic, our unit. Geography is the study of distribution of animals and plants on planet, as the found in the different regions in the world distribution pattern. So because few minutes back I will tell though because the particular regions and particular areas and particular animals and particular species have the habitats are different compared to the other species. So this found in the different animals and plants and distribution to the different areas in these plants. The largest region of the distribution in pattern, Palearctic region, This distribution sum of the animal species is so particular, that is the different explain their occurrence in the particular region, because the particular region, some resource is there, some animals and like that some living organisms living in particular areas. Why? Because the area is the resourcement, gives the resourcement of some type of uh, opportunities, like that too. Some adaptation is there. Some animals are having the different uh, structures, like that too, features, moving of legs and feathers. At the same time, external features are same. So that is the main reason. Each and every animal, the successful surveillance by depend by the particular areas. It is called as the colony. Then it is called as the same particular region and particular species. So that is the distribution same the animal species in particular places. This unit attempts to understand the examples of, as well as the simplify the distribution of animals, like the evolutionary and environmental influences. So environmental influence is very important, because the physical features, means temperature and pressure, air pressure and clouds, and some is the influence to the that particular region, the earth surface of some because the particular islands, some is the Arctic islands, Nearctic islands, and Palearctic islands. So difference, because the physical features, like the temperature high. For example, Sahara forest area. So that is the warm place, because the temperature is very high, lowest the rainfall. So that is the compared to the living in particular areas. The Alfred Russel Wallace, the father of animal geography, formulated ideas and evolution by the natural selection while observing and collecting wildlife in islands Southeast Asia. He observed some particular things on animals fauna in uh, Lambo was based on which possessed Wallace line. So Alfred Russell's, he is the Alfred Russell's Wallace, father of the animal geography, formulated ideas of evolution. Very important scientist is Alfred Wallace in 1876. He is a relationship and between mammals and animals. So he is only taken to the terrestrial animals. So he is the father of the animal taxonomy and evolution geography, evolution by the natural selection by overlapping of the collecting of all islands animals, like the Palearctic, Nearctic, Ethiopian, and some Australian, Oriental, each and every areas. Every area taken the evolution. Evolution means is uh, the knowledge is exploding. It is called as the evolution. Then animals is explored. So that is called as the evolution. So each and evolution and animals are evoluted by the some growth of and at the same time, and animals are different evolutionary areas. So he is observed the particular of Wallace Alfred Russell's Wallace, and Lombok based on the which proposed the Wallace line. So Wallace line is the one of the boundary and one of the particular place, like that. To see our Indian Jammu and Kashmir, some monsoons are different to temperature, different to atmosphere. And the summer and March and April, May, June, sir, different to temperature and different to atmosphere. So atmosphere is being to one country, different places, different monsoon are different. So because he is the give the some Wallace lines, Wallace line give the Wallace line because the Wallace line including and excluding animals are living in particular areas. So what is the Wallace line? The Wallace line is the uh, Wallace line is the formal boundaries and line the between drawn in 1859 by the British naturalist Alfred Russel Wallace and named by the Thomas Thomas Henry Huxley. Thomas Henry Huxley that separates the eco zones and Asia and Wallace terrestrial zones between the Asia and Australia. West of the line for found in the organisms related to Asiatic species to the east mixture of Asian and Australian orient of present. Wallace noted in the clear division during the travel to the east to India's in 19th century. So he is given to the Alfred Russell named by the Thomas Henry Huxley. He is one of the taxonomic scientists. The Wallace noted the clear division during the travel through the East ideas of 19th century. So 19th century he have the one of the idea so gives to the separate species and separate regions give the one particular regions it is called as the division of during the travels one place to other place. This is the migration. It is called as the biological migrations. This lies through the Indonesia between the uh, Burma and Clubs and through the Lombok Strait between the Bale and Lombok. The distance between Bale and Lombok is small about the 35 kilometers. And what is the 30 kilometers compared to 22 miles? The distribution of many bird species are the line since many birds do not cross even the shortest to stress open ocean water. So he observed to the fishes migrate to one place to another place, one continent to another continent. Because so you know that uh, pelican birds. The pelican birds coming to the Russia to Andhra Pradesh, Pulicat lakes. So because the migration only reproductive functionality. So Russia to India, Andhra Pradesh, Pulicat lakes. So that is the for example of bird migrate to one place to another place. The place is every time is repeated, but is not going to other places. Only Russia to Pulicat Saras Lake, Pulicat Lake. So that is the only regional places. So that is the one of the Wallace line. The birds are barely related to the those of the largest islands of Java and Sumatra and mainland of Malaysia. On the Lombok of birds are clearly traveled related to those of New Guinea and Australia. So the particular some areas, New Guinea to Australia, some birds is fastest to migrate to the New Guinea to Australia. Why? Because migrating the birds only nutrition purpose. The purpose is means nutrition purpose. Other groups of plants and animals show the different patterns of bit, but the overall pattern is sticking the responsible constants. Flora does not follow the Wallace line to the same extent of fauna. The one genus of plants which does not cross the line is the Australian genus and Eucalyptus. So the particular, for example, you know that kangaroo. The kangaroo is living in only Australia. Why? Because he is living in other continents. The Australia living in only
For the temperature
kangaroo is living. Yeah, yeah. Be loud.
according to his body temperature can
Yes, one
accept
second.
living there.
Yeah. Yes, yes. That's because this that is called as the Wallace line of animals. The particular region and particular habitats is there. Then temperature, physical features is different. So because the plants and animals does not cross the line. The Australian genus of like that too, eucalyptus plants are very highest growth in Australian regions compared to the other continents and other regions. So that is called as the Wallace line. He is the Wallace line proposed by the one of the most scientist of Alfred Russel Wallace in 1876. He is proposed by Huxley. He is the one of the taxonomic scientist of zoology. So this is the one of the important of uh, Wallace line. Next class of the what is the part of Wallace line and distribution and discontinued distribution. What is the discontinued distribution and what is the examples of terrestrial animals like that birds and animals and mammals also. For examples, compared to the uh, some species to species and animals and distribution to present. What is the animal name and to present to distribution of particular place and particular islands, particular uh, colony. So next class I will discuss to the discontinued distribution and what is the pawn of Wallace. For example, taken the for example next class. Any feedback? Any doubts?
No, sir. If you have important questions, tell.
Yes. Sure. Compulsory. I will give the important questions after all classes. Our completed last class. I will discuss the more questions and more each and every topics. I will give the important questions also. Okay. No doubt at all of these important questions.
Okay, sir.
Right. Have a nice day. Bye.